The City Oilers out of Uganda taking on Casper out of Madagascar. It's time now to hand to the commentary team and the capable hands of Mkolisi Ngonelo.
Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. I said hello motherland, tell me how you doing. From Ellis Park Arena, Johannesburg and worldwide, this is the road to the Basketball Africa League 2023. And let me tell you, we have a quadruple header for you this Tuesday, the 22nd of November. And the first in our quadruple header, it is the City Oilers and COS-PN. Well, City Oilers coming out of UG, and UG stands for Uganda. And they come into this competition vying for a spot in the top 3 of B.A.L 2023. And they come in with a 2-1 record. Club Omnisports Police Nationale coming out of the beautiful island of Madagascar. And that is COS-PN going through the warm-ups. And, you know, this is an auspicious occasion by all indications, and a wonderful place to be, Ellis Park Arena. And we are in the CBD of Johannesburg, and we have about 10 minutes to go until tip-off. And as the teams go through the warm-ups, it's going to be an interesting battle on the floor. COS-PN debutants for 2023 in this qualifying tournament, and they will be looking to play really hard and hopefully get a spot in the top 3.
First, we have to believe that we want to be in the B.A.L. Uganda basketball has been, progressing. We've been playing in World Cup qualifiers. We've been playing in the Afro Basket Championship. So if we have a club coming from Uganda represented in B.A.L, it really reflects on the basketball program back at home. We are happy to be here to represent our country, and hoping that we are going to go all the way.
Mafadi?
So the team has been preparing for this opportunity for over a year now. COS-PN has gone through several stages of tournaments to be ready for this Elite 16 tournament. Just to name a few, they went to the Road to Ball qualifiers in Madagascar. In Madagascar as well, they had several tournaments that prepared them for this opportunity. So they are ready to compete, and we'll see what happens.
Sorted, thanks. City Oilers and the starting lineup, well, they're going to be going with Tony Drileba and Jimmy Enabu, and they also have Falanda Jones, James Ox-Okello, as well as Banaba. And a big, strong starting lineup for the City Oilers, and looking different, Tsakani, from the team that they had when they were playing in Uganda, in Tanzania, pardon me, during the qualifying tournament to get to the Elite 16. And, you know, that team is looking a little bit different. And then we have COS-PN, we have Eli Randriamampianona, as well as Solondraina, Umedi Todi Masetnaina, as well as Livio Ratianarivo this team right here, not really going to be able to stand up to the stature and the physique of the City Oilers, but they love playing in the open floor.
Open floor, I mean, Coach John mentioned in the opening ceremony that you need to be aggressive. They worked on defense. They are coming in to play very hard, kind of fast-paced basketball to unsettle City Oilers in the beginning and keep them active and not allow them to find a rhythm. So with that kind of game, it means they just need to play fast break, high intensity, flow kind of basketball that just allows them to stay strong.
And our coach, Mandy Jiruni, and he said that he's really going to be playing hard in this game with his team. They do have they set up on the floor, and Tsakani, of course, Jermaine Roebuck is the catalyst for the offense of this team. You've got to love the fact that, you know, he can move the ball, he can score the basketball, shoot it as well, but I love the fact that he can rebound and also make plays.
At this level, you need to be a player, not a position. You need to be a player, contribute on every... If you are in any part of the floor, you need to be able to make a contribution and help your team advance, whether it's offensively or defensively. Just keep the game simple, but be stylish while you do that.
Well, going through the team introductions, we've had both COSPN as well as City Oilers. Teams now getting into the huddles. And the important thing for COSPN, Tsakani, they have to start strong. You know, in the qualifying tournament in the qualifying tournament for in the qualifying tournament, they had games where they started very slow against Kenya Ports Authority. So this is an opportunity for them to right those wrongs, improve from that, and also play hard from then on. And then we've got our match officials, Bernardo Antonio to the right of your screen, Joyce Muchenu, center of your screen, Arnold Masaya to the left of your screen, FIBA accredited, and you know, they're going to be handling proceedings in terms of the officiating on the floor. And big stage, big game, big day, and so much that the players need to do on the floor.
They need to play correct. As you mentioned, COSPN needs to come out the game, just from a size point of view, come out the game and impose their speed, impose a style of play, and just not allow City Oilers to get any kind of comfortability, whether it's on the three-point line, whether it's bringing the ball up. You need to make them be very uncomfortable in the game in order for them to have a formidable chance to win.
And Tsakani, for City Oilers, this team also is looking a little different as well. You know, this is a team that boasted the talents of Chijoke Azelobe, as well as out of Nigeria, Maker Mare out of South Sudan. They bolstered the backcourt and the front court respectively. They're not here, so James Okello, Jimmy Enabu are gonna have to pick up the slack for this team, as well as Philando Jones.
No, you have to. If you want to compete in BAL, you need bigs. So Fernando Jones, Rollback, Okello, all need to be very strong and imposing in the paint. And not only that, you need to be dynamic. You need to be able to shoot from the three. You need to be able to post. You need to be able to make a pass. As you mentioned, contribute to your team's success at whatever position place you find yourself on the floor. Be able to pass, be able to shoot, be able to create for your team.
The COSPN out of Madagascar, we're definitely looking at number 1 Eli Randriamampionona, magical out on the open floor. They rely a whole lot on him. And, you know, the intangibles are like, he's a real leader on the floor, and he sets the tone and the pace for this Cospian team.
In the build-up, Quinton Denason, our teammate, mentioned that he has a Steph Curry-esque kind of play, as in his dynamic. Any shot that if he's open, he lets that ball fly. He looks for his teammate. So he's unorthodox, he's fast, he's speedy, he's looking to create, he's looking to actually just get on the floor and compete with his teammates.
Okay, the front court, Alpha Solondraini as well as Umeidi, they're going to have their hands full with the City Oilers front court of James Okello as well as Banaba. But, you know, this is going to be a learning curve for them. They can hold their own. So, you know, it's going to need a all-round team effort for Cospian.
They need to be able to come out here and play a perfect 40 minutes. Speed, style, moving the ball, and just always keeping the pace at such a speed that City Oilers can't find a moment to breathe, a moment to relax. So that's the kind of basketball that Cospian Club Omnisports Police Nationale needs to impose. They need to just chase them down like the police do, as it's part of their name.
Well, we are ready to tip off. Our game officials now at the table, with the table officials and just going through the last seconds before tip-off. And Cospian will be starting with the Eli Randria Mampionona, as well as Olivio Ratia Narivo, Lomario Todi Naina, Alpha Solondraini, as well as Emmanuel Umeidi. City Oilers stepping onto the floor. They're starting with Jimmy Enabu, Jermaine Roebuck Jr., Philando Jones, James Okello, Ngo Banaba. TK, this road starts wide and broad as 8 teams vying for a spot in the top 3 to make it to B.A.L 2023. But as we head towards the semifinals, this road's going to get narrower and narrower, and the margins for error are going to get smaller and smaller, and it's really going to need perfect basketball on the floor.
Not until 30 seconds ago did everyone in the West Elite Conference have perfect records of 0-0, yes. And as the game starts, that should all change by the end of the day.
Well, the drive inside, the floater, can't get it to go. Ratianarivo, the ball back down the floor, the kick out, the 3 from outside, rim shot. Eli, the pull-up from the free throw line doesn't go.
And as expected, first couple of trips down, teams are nervous, teams are anxious. They're going to settle down once they figure out what kind of defense is being played, what kind of pressure is being laid on. And we should start seeing the ball going through the net shortly as they get comfortable on the floor.
Jones, Enabu, shot clock at 3. Roebuck with the turnover. Cospian with the push down the floor in transition. The 3 from the wing doesn't go for Randria Mampionona. Roebuck. Oh, tough catch for Enabu. The drive in, lays it in with the left. Jimmy Enabu on the board for City Oilers. The 3 from the wing. A rim shot on that one as well. The offensive rebound. Short jump hook doesn't go for Todi Masinaina.
Interesting defensive play by the City Oilers. They're sitting down in a 2-3 zone, allowing them Cospan to just move the ball and find his spots. And the difficulty with the 3-2 zone is that if you shoot a shot, you don't have enough people to box out or rebound. So this will allow Cospan to find the rhythm in shooting a lot quicker.
Well, good hands. Jones out of the hands of Ratianarivo. Ratianarivo on the inbounds from the baseline. On the table, conferring with the officials. Rampiam Nona. Offensive rebound. Umedi. Second chance opportunity for Cospien. Shot clock now down to 7. The kick out. Solontraina can't get it to go from the corner. Roebuck with the push. Roebuck. Okello digs the ball out. The 3 doesn't go for Banaba.
Both teams right now settling for the 3-point shot. Only point that came from the game is from a drive. So open up your scoring with a drive, do the easy shot, get the contact, and that will get you a chance to go to the free throw line and find your rhythm from there.
Todi Masinaina. I mean, you saw the hesitation from the wing. Look at that.
I mean, pump fake, swing through, and allow Cospan to just surround you with bodies while you try to get to the rim. And that's an easy trip to the rim to find your rhythm for the shot.
Well, beating Go Banaba on the wing on that drive. And Tsakani, the game truly doesn't change in many aspects wherever you go in the world. Free throw shooting is key.
Oh, free throw shooting is essential. Right now, the game could be tied as it is, but you need to, at this level of basketball, you need to capitalize on every shot you take, whether it's a layup, free throw, or 3-point. Make it easy like that. Keep your follow through up and hit the bottom of the net.
Solontraini from the free throw line gets the jumper to go and puts Cospien on the board. Jones again to the basket. Counted and one.
I mean, right now, everybody has got a lane to drive. You are in the city, everybody has their own street. Top of the key, strong left-hand drive to the basket, initiate the contact, and the officials have got nothing else to do but do their job and make a call.
Well, some changes for Cospien as Emmanuel Umedi checks out of the game. And checking into the game will be Bishop Coulter. Cospien turn it over. Okello with the fake between 2 defenders.
And that's exactly where City Oilers is going to win, allowing them to just take over the paint and make those easy 2 baskets.
Nice cut underneath. Coulter with the reverse.
Bishop Michael Coulter coming in and immediately making an impact, registering his name on the scoreboard, letting City Oilers know that this won't be an easy game for them. He's here to compete.
Jones, rim shot on that 3 attempt. So by all indications, Itzagani, this game is going to start off slow for Cospien. They'll start to pick up as they get into a rhythm. And then for City Oilers, they're just going to have to be consistent throughout the game. Cospien have shown that they can come back in their games. their win against Kenya Ports Authority in Madagascar. That was a come-from-behind win, and then winning that game 66-60.
And right now, we have Emmanuel Umne sitting down for Caspian with Bishop inside. They're already starting to get into foul trouble as City Oilers just is attacking them on the inside. However, Caspian is winning the offensive rebound battle as they are just securing all offensive rebounds and making it very difficult for City Oilers to get back on the other side and go in offense.
Ratianarivo fouled on the 3. That's going to take him to the free throw line. Andraini throws it away. There's the short jumper from the baseline. A rim shot, another offensive rebound. Salondraini is going to try it from 3.
And it seems to be the case because at every 5-minute mark, the teams change their pace in the road to B.A.L or the B.A.L. So do you have gears in your game? Do you have gears in your defense? You have gears in your defense. Can you take it up a notch? Can you take it down a notch? Can you match the other team? And that's exactly what City Oilers have done right now, where they just took it up a notch, and Caspian is failing to respond.
Caspian making changes with number 3, Jerry Pepin Rabibisoa in the game. There's the fake Jones drive kick to the basket. Can't get that to go, Odeke. That'll be a shot clock violation, yes, on that preceding shot. It didn't hit the rim, just hit the backboard. That'll be a shot clock violation.
And Coach Jean Dier did mention that they did work on their defense. So when your defense allows the offense to just move the ball around comfortably, the offense seems to get a little carried away and forget that there's a shot clock. You've got 24 seconds to introduce the ball to the bottom of the net. And if you don't do that, it's a turnover.
3:57 to play in the first quarter. And it's a City Oilers with a 4-point lead. Odeke, oh, the 3 from the wing.
Free throw line extended seems to be the one hot spot that City Oilers are making their 3 points. Hit him inside, hit him outside.
Rahajinaina can't get the 3 to go from the corner. Okello wants to work. Odeke misses the mark on the 3. Rabibisoa with the rebound, the push down the floor. Jones with a takeaway.
And that possession right there shows you how quickly Caspian can get down the floor. They had 4 players in the paint, all filling out the lanes, opposed to the 2 of City Oilers. If you allow them to play fast ball and you do not have men in front of them to stop them, they will compete and allow the fast break transition game to be their advantage. But if you take that away, you allow yourself a comfortable 7-point lead.
Changes once again for City Oilers. Foul on the 3. Coulter will pick up that foul, and Uchechi Ogbonna will go to the free throw line. Uchechi Ogbonna, a new addition for this City Oilers team. Oh, perfect 3 of 3 for Uchechi Ogbonna. And here's the thing, Takani, both teams want to close this first quarter strong.
No, you want to set the tone finishing the first quarter, having a 10-point lead right now, City Oilers, scoring from the inside, scoring from the outside, so they finding their rhythm early, while Cospan on the other side is still struggling from the free throw line and scoring in the paint, or finding their rhythm to score rather.
Ricky Razakaria, number 5 for Cospien in the game, pulls up from deep. Rahajinaina.
And that is the 4th offensive rebound by Rahajinaina for Cospan, making it very difficult, or continuing to make it difficult for City Oilers in the defensive rebound.
B.A.L, the drive inside. Roebuck Jr. Well, the ball bouncing around. Cospien were looking to get the defensive rebound.
And active hands all over the place. No one is comfortable. If the ball is in your hands, someone's either deflecting it, trying to steal it from you, or in the case of City Oilers, on the defensive side, City Oilers, Cospan taking the rebounds from you.
Coulter, top of the 3, misses the mark. Oteke with the rebound. B.A.L with the push down the floor. B.A.L offensive rebound, can't clean it up. Rabibisowa, he's gonna push down the floor, 3-on-1 break. Rahajinaina can't finish down the floor, tough one. The pull-up 3 is short for B.A.L. Razakaria, cross court. Well,
tough shot right there, cross. The sequence of play in the last 4 sequences of play, open, freestyle, flow kind of ball, but no one unable to convert and get the easy 2. So in that style, that's where you find your rhythm, that's where you read the play. It's transition. It's the kind of basketball that Cospan wants to play. That's where they should be capitalizing, and if they're not capitalizing in that situation, the game will only continue to get more challenging for them.
Roebuck Jr., the steal, the finger roll between 2 defenders.
Roebuck Jr. surely did bring his pass forward as he Euro steps easily for the 2 points.
Well, I like that, TK. The move inside, Rampiamanona. And the finish. A 10-point lead for City Oilers. Going on 60 seconds to play in this first quarter. Roebuck Jr. Oh, ball thrown away. Solandraini. Langston misses the mark. Rampianona. Oh, that's a carry. He was looking for the in and out.
Oh, saw that. He just got it too wide, and therefore the ref could see the whole carry across the body. He should keep it a little bit more compact. Therefore, the ref won't be able to call that. Keep the move compact, ref can't call it, and you get in the paint and create or score for your teammates.
Oh, well, that's a carry by Lomario Torimasinaina. And it will be Oilers ball. Roebuck on the inbounds. Oilers move it around. Roebuck is there. Can't get it. Rabibisowa. The pass inside. Solandraini. Jump hook. Tough shot over 2 defenders.
So Solandraini needs to make himself a little bit more present in this game. Him and Lombardi, and just fight and assert their dominance inside, because right now all the points from City Oilers are coming from the inside.
Roebuck from the wing. Last possession of the first quarter for Cospien. Rabibisowa is going to put it up off the mark, and that will do it for the first quarter. A tentative start, nervous at that for both teams, but then the City Oilers now starting to get into gear and looking to work off the rust as they get into a rhythm, and they have a 10-point and 11-point lead going into the second quarter. At the end of the first, Oilers 22, COSPN 11. Well, TK, take us through these brief actual factuals.
City Oilers right now with 5 points from 2 points, 3 threes, shooting greatly from outside, while COSPN is struggling from within the arc and outside the arc. 0 3-pointers, and right now both teams shooting very well from free throw line, but what stands out is that the 3-point game is 9 points for the City Oilers, which gives them a nice 11-point lead.
That first quarter all about the City Oilers, and they did it in 2 ways. They got to the rim and surprised.
We are really sitting back and just taking in the first game of the road to B.A.L 2023.
As expected, COSPN to come out the gate a little bit nervous, not playing the kind of game they want to. Hopefully they settle down in the second quarter. However, City Oilers have found their rhythm. They're shooting 3 threes so far in the first quarter from 3 and are scoring inside. So they found their rhythm and should continue to see them advance or improve with the scoring.
Jones on the pickup. Offensive rebound, the kick out to Banaba. Jones is going to slow it down. Fresh 14 seconds for the Oilers. 3 doesn't go from outside. A rim shot for Philando Jones. Randria Mampianona from outside trails the 3.
And that's the Rampianona that we know. Rampia scoring at any given moment. If you allow him to get comfortable, get in rhythm, best believe he will introduce the ball to the bottom of the net repeatedly.
Jones. The handoff. Roebuck Jr. working it. Oh! Jermaine Roebuck Jr.
Both teams seem to have settled their nerves, calmed down, and right now everyone is finding their rhythm in the second quarter and just hitting the bottom of the nylon.
Well, you've got to love his patience on that play, Jermaine Roebuck Jr. Randria Mampianona, Coulter, the pickup, Coulter throws it away. Roebuck Jr. between defenders. And puts it up, easy one over the defenders.
Easy, complicated move with a smooth left-handed finish to the rim. That's just Roebuck Jr. showing us that he's found his rhythm.
Solandraini, oh, lovely take. And that's the thing about Solandraini, Tsakani. He's got to step in, stop relying on the 3. It's making it's got to work because he's in the front court.
I learned this weekend quite recently. If you miss 2 shots, contribute to your team. Do something. Grab a rebound. Help someone out. Don't keep trying to do the same thing. Miss 2, help somebody.
Jones. Odeke can't get to the rebound. Coulter wrestles it away. Solandraini once again can't finish.
And those are the kind of baskets you can't afford to miss, especially if your team is down 10. Every basket, every possession counts, especially if Roebuck is just coming in, driving, and just seizing every opportunity when he comes down the floor. You are playing the game at his pace, and he will make you suffer.
Roebuck Jr. to the basket against Coulter, fouled on the play. And that's going to be a shooting foul for Jermaine Roebuck Jr. to the free throw line. And right now the lead is 10 for City Oilers. We have 7 minutes still to go in the second quarter. One of two for Roebuck Jr. Quick inbounds off the ball by Cospien.
City Oilers have changed their defense. They're now playing man-to-man. Don't let your man beat you kind of defense in your face. And that's how they've been able to get this lead and advance.
Baseline jumper by Tori Masinaina. Drileba beating Tori Masinaina. Ogbonna. Well, incredible, Tsakani. Yeah, this is the third instance of a player being fouled on the three. So Uchechi Ogbonna will go to the free throw line for 3 shots. But at the same time, Randria Mampionona was appealing that Uchechi Ogbonna had stuck out his leg. And that's how he initiated that contact, but that falling on deaf ears. Ogbonna now. Wow.
And the one
perfect 3 of 3.
The one thing you do is not foul three-point shooters. You do that, you're giving them 3 shots with the game having started to extend their lead, and you just putting yourself at a disadvantage. Never foul a three-pointer. We all grew up learning that, and I don't know why you're doing that at this level. Especially so early in the game.
Randria Mampionona with the turnover, stepping out of bounds, and definite timeout needed by Cospien. Well, Cospien timeout, TK. I think the important thing for Cospien is just for them to settle down into the half-court set. You know, watching them play once again during the qualifying rounds against Jabal Iconi of the Comores, as well as the Kenya Ports Authority out of Kenya back in Madagascar. They were playing really well in the open floor, scored a lot in transition. We've seen very little of that in this game up until this point.
And right now, what City Oilers is doing for that is that they are just rushing back down on defense, clogging up the lane, and not making it easy for Cospien to just take the easy points that they normally get. So right now, Cospien is having to work for everything, and City Oilers know their strategy and how they play, and not making it easy at all.
Well, out of the timeout, there was a lot of focus on City Oilers, and they're trying to stop them in the half court. There's a turnover and the tip from Jones to Roebuck Jr.
And Roebuck Jr. just having any and every kind of shot that he wants right now. And he's enjoying this game because he's playing at his pace, his tempo, and he's going to put up a whole lot of points.
Radianarivo, oh, lovely play, breaking down his defender.
Lavrio needs to do a little bit more of that in transition, in set plays. You know, right now, the Cospien players are taking it a break. while the City Oilers team is just attacking the rim every time, every opportunity they get.
Well, TK, they've got to do something about those straight line drives. I mean, the City Oilers are just finding spaces right through the key and finishing with ease.
Speaks to the lack of defensive transition that Cospan has right now. There is no defense on defense, hence Roback Jr. just finds his rhythm and just lets it fly. I mean, whether it's in the paint, layup, or anything, he is just playing his kind of game. He's having a live practice in this game right now.
Tori Masinaina, a whistle on the ball. Trileba will pick up the foul. All changes for Cospien. Rabibisoa checking into the game, as well as Ricky Razakaria. Ratia Nova. Free throw line pull up. Alpha Solondraini. Robert Jr. Randria Mampionona will pick up the foul. Robert Jr. Okbona. Well, the ball tipped, but possession will stay with City Oilers. Trileba on the pull-up three. Solandraini with the rebound. Rabibisoa. Oh, throws it away. Ogbonna with the easy pickup down the floor. Nice finish.
And that's the difference between both teams right now. City Oilers secures, deflects, and finds its way to the bottom of the rim, while Oilers are just playing one-on-one kind of basketball, not allowing their defense to feed their offense, while City Oilers is just eating up that. Their defense sets the tempo, and they go back down on the other side and convert to a 2-3.
Rabibisoa on the drive against Trileba. The pull-up, but blocked. A shooting foul for Jerry Rabibisoa. One of two for Rabibisoa. And going on a 3:30 to play. Kelo, movement of the ball. Corner three doesn't go. Rabibisoa with the rebound. Livio.
City Oilers playing the kind of defense you expect to see from Cospan, up in your face, not allowing you to get anything easy, making you play fast and out of control.
Rabibisoa with the offensive rebound. Tipped to Solondraini. Razakaria. Randria Mampionona.
And that's the second chance opportunity that in future games will get City Oilers in trouble, but in this game seems to be the only thing working for Cospan.
Jones against Rabibisoa. Jones gonna slow it down. 10 on the shot clock. Yeah, Jones was cooking right there. And fouled on the play by Rabibisoa.
Jones calling an isolation play. If you're calling an isolation play, that means you're comfortable, you are playing the kind of basketball you want, and secondly, your teammates trust you and know you can convert. Look at that isolation, got him on skates, left, right. However, the body bump moved him out the way, and the official called the foul, allowing him to take a trip to the charity stripe and try to earn 2 quick points.
Jones, 1 of 2. And the lead is 14 for City Oilers. And 2.5 minutes to play. Randria Mampionona. Now that was a lovely fake by Eli Randria Mampionona. The drive inside draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. And here's the thing about the Cosby and Itakan is that we just haven't seen them go.
And going strong, play hard defense, get in their face, take them out their comfort zone, and then that defense will feed your offense. Or call a set play on offense. Find some sort of structure. You can't lose on both offense and defense. You know, be a winner in one.
Perfect trip for Jones. And the lead is 18 for City Oilers. Under 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. Radianarivo against Odeke, puts him on skates. Can't get the jumper to go. Banaba with the rebound. Enabu against Razakaria. Jones jabbing. Odeke. Left corner 3 doesn't go. Randria Mampianona. Langston, left corner. Randria Mampianona. Can't get the 3 go. Over the backboard, out of bounds.
Eli Randria Mampianona getting the offensive rebounds, unable to find his rhythm. And I mean, he's a dynamic scorer. He's capable. He just needs to step up to the big stage and show us his skill sets and put some score on the board.
Enabu. Under 60 seconds to play. Banaba, the handoff to Jones, the screen. Jones fading. Loose ball to Enabu. Oh, there's the crossover.
Enabu and Jones being a dynamic duo, just attacking, being relentless, getting to the rim, shaking and baking, and just, you know, looking for chances to contribute and create for their teammates and to put score on the board.
Well, the breakdown from the top of the key by Enabu. Then not been able to finish, but Oilers retained the ball. And they looking for an inbound from the baseline. Muhwezi. Oh, nicely done. Ivan Muhwezi with the 3. And the assist to Ngor Banaba. Radianarivo. Randria Mampionona. Front iron on the 3, can't get it to go. Last possession can stay. Muhwezi. Elbow. A final shot now can go to Cospien. Radianarivo. Can't get it to go. Long outlet pass. And that will do it for the second quarter. So it was a slow start at the beginning of this game for both teams. But then slowly, surely, City Oilers have been pulling away and have pulled away to a 21-point lead as we head to halftime. And, you know, there's been some signs of life from COSPN, but a listless play from the Malagasy team. And at halftime, it is City Oilers 47, COSPN 26. Well, Tsakani, you're going to break down the actual factuals.
City Oilers having a field day with 5 3-pointers opposed to COSPN's 2 free throw line. Poor performance by COSPN. They need every point they can get, and right now they are not playing well. And from 2 points, COSPN has got 8 and City Oilers 11. COSPN needs to just convert on every given opportunity.
Teams really enjoying to be a running teams and really enjoying to get out in transition, and so that's one of the things City Oilers have done really well. They've kept COSPN to 0 fast break points in this one, as well as 0 points of turnovers, while they themselves have gotten 16 points off the turnovers and 13 fast break points.
Well, we've seen we saw the stats before on Roebuck Jr. and the way that he plays the game, but he's come out and emphasized himself definitely here in the first half, and a lot of that through the guard play. Jimmy and Nabu early, just setting the tone with that nice left-hand layup. He had 7 points to add to the work of the backcourt in the City Oilers, and this veteran player, you understand why he has such an impact for the Uganda City Oilers. It's his ability to attack off the dribble. He pulls up from the outside and can hit inside-outside shots, but also defensively he's doing some great work.
Yeah, they've both been phenomenal for this City Oilers team. Going back to Roebuck Jr. a little bit, it's his efficiency for me. You know, he's 75% of the floor, 2 of 3 from the 3-point range. You know, coaches kill for players like that. Just to have a guy who plays within his abilities and really contributes to the team in a way that's not really imposing.
Now, Tsakani Ngobeni spoke about the imports and the pressure that happens when you come in as a signed player. You have certain deliverables, and your deliverables are more pressured. And Roebuck Jr. just really came out, and that's the value, right? You pay for players to come in and do the hard work. So 50.
We've got the seating up at the top, and then we've got the opportunity to really showcase what the venue would look like from an international perspective. So I think it was quite an obvious choice for us to make, and it worked out very well for us.
Any exciting elements that you guys have added, especially for the fans, so that they can also enjoy all the games every single day?
So we've got lots of live entertainment. The music's great, good sound quality in the venue, and then of course the thing we're all here for: brilliant basketball. Top 8 teams in our region. I don't think it can get any better than this.
And any contingency plans that you guys have in place for any challenges that you guys might face?
So full-on contingency plans for everything, barring act of God. So that's pretty much what we've got. So hopefully our load shedding schedule is on point. We've got the agreement from City Power, but things can happen, and we all know things change at the last minute. But we've got the agreements, we've got everything in place, we've got the emergency services on site, we've got everything sorted out. So hopefully everything goes well.
Crossing fingers indeed, but we're certainly confident that all will go well. Thank you so much, Gareth.
Thank you very much.
It's all about getting the insights and the thoughts from behind the scenes, and there really is a lot of organization that goes into running an event like this, not only from a technical perspective, but from a sponsorship base and logistics included, and it's a mammoth task.
It is a mammoth task indeed, and the organizing team has done a really good job to make sure we're ready to get going here on day one and for the rest of this week.
Well, it's not only about the organization, but you know, there's fans that travel to come and watch. And our roving courtside reporter, Dikeledi Shabalala, is with a fan from Madagascar.
Well, we're busy having fun right here courtside, taking pictures on the side, and we are joined by fans. And funny enough, I actually bumped into Luvo, who is a Madagascar fan. Well, he is from Madagascar. Luvo, how are you enjoying this game, and what brings you here today?
We're so happy when we heard that the B.A.L Road to B.A.L came to Joburg. I'm a citizen of Madagascar. So when my team was qualified and came here, I was more than happy to come and support them. Because I am a Malagasy, I have to support them. And I'm enjoying the game here, and everything is well organized, and I'm very happy to be here.
Well, you certainly are patriotic. I mean, looking at your top, if you can explain what exactly it means.
This means it's Zagasi, means I am a Malagasy. I am a Malagasy from Madagascar. So yes, I'm patriotic and yeah, supporting my team wherever we win or lose. Hopefully we win. But yes, patriotic.
But you also a basketball player. I mean, your team is currently taking part in the Joburg Basketball League.
Yes, I do. I've been playing for a while now in Joburg. Even yesterday, I played with my team. Sometimes I play socially with the Malagasy in Joburg. Sometimes I play with my team, which are made of many players from Africa. We have Angola and Kenya and Malagasy here. So yeah, I'm also playing basketball. Yeah.
Well, your home side is actually behind, but there's still lots of time and lots to play for. What do you think they need to work on?
Well, I think that, honestly, I think that they were a bit nervous on this first quarter. It's not like the first game, the few touch. I think they need to be more confident and maybe attempt more basket, attempt to go inside and draw fouls and play inside. Because in the beginning, we got a lot of offensive rebounds. So I think we can match them in terms of rebounds. So I think that they need to be playing more inside, in and out, yes.
Well, I hope they are really listening as they look forward to the second half. While me and you continue taking pictures right here, let me throw over to Quentin.
Always lovely to get the insight from the fans that are in the stands. And yes, we have the business of the second half that is going to be coming up in just a little bit. And Mpumi Ramazoka, we started to break down the actual factuals, but when we get into it, aggression really does stick out when you look at it, because fast break points, turnovers, the fact that they've only forced 2 turnovers from the Uganda City Oilers, that's something that's got to change in the second half.
Yeah, you know, if COSPN is going to have a chance in the second half, Q, they've got to fix that. They themselves have got to get stops, get some points of turnovers, and they've got to get out in transition. They have not managed to run yet, and they've got to get going.
And from the other side, all it is from the Uganda City Oilers side is that they got to keep the aggression, because sometimes what can happen after such a fantastic first half is that you come out just a little bit flat and take your foot off the gas and allow the other team a little bit of a psychological advantage. All it takes is one scoring run. Talk about basketball being a game of runs, and the other team believing that they're back in it, and all of a sudden the threes that you're missing start falling, and all of a sudden the game changes immediately.
Yeah, Q, in 20 minutes of play, it takes just one run to change the situation of the game. And so the City Oilers have got to make sure they maintain the pressure that they've put on this COSPN team.
So figuring out how to stop Roebuck Jr., trying to put some pressure on the guards, maybe throwing a different kind of couple of presses at the City Oilers to see if they can't just change up the pace and tempo, because right now they're playing at the pace and tempo that they want to play at, and if they're able to do that, maybe there might be a way back.
Yeah, I fully expect to see the coaches throwing out a couple of defenses out there so that they can try and change the momentum of this game. But I've got to say, what's been really impressive is actually how close the rebounding numbers have been for both these teams.
That's been a definite factor. Given the height disadvantage that COSPN have, they are aggressive on the rebound, but because they fight so hard on the defensive glass, it limits them getting out on in transition, and that's probably why you see them struggling with just a little bit of fast break points. But we're getting ready now as the teams make their way off the floor. We have this great second half action to come, and you know our commentary team is standing by. So Nkolisi Ngonelo and Tsakani Ngobeni, I'm going to hand over to you.
At the halfway mark, City Oilers 47 and COS-PN 26. And we are inside Ellis Park Arena in the center of Johannesburg. And TK, once again, the actual factuals.
The stats: City Oilers just having a great game. 5 3-points, 11 2-points, and just 10 points from free throw line. Everything seems to be working and falling on their part. And then COS-PN, 8 points, 2 threes, and 4 free throws. Everything for them is an effort. They have to try a little bit harder, and it all starts on defense. Right now, they don't have an identity. They need to come out, set the tone, play the game at a very high pace that makes City Oilers uncomfortable, which they haven't done, and they've only been able to get 2 turnovers from City Oilers. So you need to be a little bit more aggressive, or City Oilers will continue to find their rhythm and get them easy baskets and extend the lead.
Well, Coach Mandy Juruni of City Oilers, Tsakani, clearly he's going to want to keep that consistency for the rest of the game, and they can pull out their first win.
Yeah, pull out your first win. I mean, whatever it takes. Remember, you're here to compete. It's the road to B.A.L. You want to put your best foot forward every time you step on the floor.
Jones, rim shot on the 3. Radianarivo. Langston to Coulter.
And Langston to Coulter, that's what you want to see. Drive and kick, drive and create. Make the game very simple. Score in transition. The defense wasn't even set up.
And Nabu can't finish. Great defense by COS-PN. Radianarivo. The screen by Coulter. Coulter on the roll. Draws the double team. Okello forces the turnover. And Nabu. Out of bounds, so comes off Enabu. Well, Emmanuel Umeidi, he gets away with the reaching foul.
Reaching foul, and that's where we could have used the camera, and the coach would have contested that and possibly gotten the ball back on that play right there. But coach did not act in time enough to secure that.
Well, once again, it'll be City Oilers ball. Banaba. So the ball knocked out of bounds. And Robach Jr. on the inbounds. Jones, oh, with the 3.
Picking up right where they left off with the 3-point, playing at their pace. Looking at the halftime stats, 13 fast break points for COS-PN. And I mean, they just need to slow it down a little bit and allow Oilers to work for everything.
Razakaria looking for Coulter in the low post. You know, Tsakani, I'm really curious to know when the teams traveled. You know, Uganda a lot further away from, I surmise, from South Africa. And Madagascar, you know, just off the east coast of Mozambique. Shot clock violation, great defense once again, and the point I'm making leads to exactly what we've just seen in this turnover by COS-PN. They're looking very lethargic on the floor, you know, we're just not getting that energy from them. They've really had it difficult to get it going.
Well, they can't use jet lag as an excuse because they literally run right around the corner. So it's like another province of Madagascar. Right now, a team effort by City Oilers with 14 bench points coming in and just everybody wants to contribute, everyone wants to compete, everyone realizes this is the big stage and therefore they're playing like it.
Ratianarivo looking to work it around Banaba. One on the shot clock. Well, that shot coming off just in time. They've got fresh 14 seconds, so they need to be patient on this possession. Razakaria to Coulter on the reverse.
And when they do a give and go or drive and kick, they yield good results. Instead of playing one-on-one, shooting fadeaways, team, make it a team sport and your team will win.
Jones on the drive, can't finish. Razakaria. Ratianarivo, tough shot, fouled on the play.
I mean, in the timeout, I think the COSPAN, the club, Omnisports, Police, Native needs to sit down, replan everything and realize they have 24 seconds in their possession and therefore do not need to rush everything in their possession, because right now there's one pass shoot, two pass shoot, and they're not getting into offensive rhythm that allows them to convert. So take it slow, attack in transition, share the ball in set plays, and you should get a play or a good opportunity at the rim.
Livio Ratianarivo at the free throw line, 1 of 2. And the lead is 18 for City Oilers, 7:21 to play in the third. And changes as well for COSPN. Okpona. Out of bounds. Last touch on Umedi.
And we have moments where we see COSPN playing tough defense, like that possession right now. There's 8 seconds left on the shot clock. You've made it difficult. Hands are up. Everyone's face guarding the defender, the offensive player. Make it difficult for the Oilers, and that's how you chip back into the game.
Roebuck splitting the defense, but blocked by Umedi. Razakaria wants it from Coulter. Langston fouled. And that'll be a shooting foul. Rashawn Langston to the free throw line.
Rashawn Langston adding a little energy coming into the game. Averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. But he's been dormant. He needs to come up. He needs to be a spark plug. We expected that from him in the first quarter. He needs energy in this game.
Timeout on the floor. City Oilers with 6:46 to play in the third quarter. 18-point lead for the City Oilers. And Coach Jiruni of the Oilers not happy with what he's seeing from his team. And he wants that timeout. We're going to cross over to Q really quickly. Q, what do you have for us?
Well, thank you very much, Ngo. And just want to keep focusing on the play of the backcourts here. We see the drive and dish and the difference that it makes in just getting the dribble penetration and making the extra pass. And on the other end, there's just a lot of aggression. And Nabu and Roebuck Jr. continue to be relentless. They're happy to go through contact. They continue to draw fouls, and it creates space for the shooters on the outside. And, you know, that's just been the primary difference between the two teams. And we have that as my insight, and I'm handing back to you.
Well, definitely agree with you, Q, that the backcourts are really making the difference for both of these teams. And, you know, we're going to focus on a COSPN here that, you know, the guards can really make it happen. Tsakani, COSPN, they have that trio of Orlando Rahajinaina, Livio Ratianarivo, as well as Eli Randriamampianona. Now, these are the players that need to get it going for COSPN. They are the engine of this Malagasy team.
They need a collective team effort right now. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. It's now or never. Every team can afford one loss. Look at the pool games, the teams in your pool. You will be playing against Ferroviário de Beira, who is very similar to them, aggressive, tough. Matero Magic from Zambia. So all those teams you can only afford one loss if you want to make it or compete into the semifinals being played on Saturday. So you need to wake up now and show everybody that you want to play and compete in the road to B.A.L.
Ngo Banaba couldn't finish on the turnaround jumper. Randria Mampianona is checked into the game. Coulter from Randria Mampianona.
And they have yielded nothing but good results when they share the ball on offense. Drive, kick, create for your teammate. Sharing the ball gets you further. And that's just the kind of basketball they need to play in order to win this game. Defensive intensity is also picking up.
So do you want to break that down really quickly with the Roebuck coming off and then Okello on the roll to the basket? I thought Okello was open to finish, but then he opted to kick it to the corner. They turn it over.
To kick it out. I mean, like, and right now we have a 2-point conversion. The energy is picking up by Livingston on the side of Cospan. They are upping the level, meeting City Oilers at the level of energy they're playing, and therefore coach calling a timeout. Nice strong drive to the rim, absorbing the contact, adjusting the body, and laying it softly with his right hand off the backboard for the tough 2-point shot. And that's just Cospan finding their rhythm, sharing the ball, and playing collective team basketball and setting defense. As they pick their man up, full court man, I mean, they just engaged and found their energy or a little urgency.
Langston with the rebound. Langston settles for 3. Rim shot. Keke on the finish, running the floor. Odeke, pardon me, Titus Odeke finishing on the play. Rashawn Langston once again. Umedi short on the 3.
I mean, that was a spurt of energy by Cospan, which they seem to have just faded as quickly as they, like, it just deflated real quickly. They inflated and I thought they had a chance, I thought they had a possibility, but right now the energies just seem to have collapsed, and they're not as engaged or as tenacious and aggressive as they were in the last 2 minutes.
Well, this man right here, Tsakani, Jermaine Roebuck Jr., really does it all for this Oilers team.
I mean, he came to play today. He's scoring from inside. He's playing from outside. He's sharing the ball. And there you have nice drive, attempted spin. However, hands coming down. Evidently, any official anywhere in the world will not let that go. You are just asking to be called out. You being dramatic with your foul. You do that, they call the foul.
Langston, tough one, can't get it to go.
Langston thinking he'll get a foul call. However, City Oilers standing their ground, standing in their cylinder, making it very easy for the FIBA accredited referees to make that call, because if every man is in the cylinder, no one has committed a foul. So cylinder policy is a space around you.
Around the player.
Around the player. So if you stay in your cylinder and you don't extend further or in or out of it, you are within your own space and you're not violating his space, and therefore no fouls are being called right now. But if you, like the previous call, if you actively swing at a player, it is a foul and they will call that.
Orlando Rahachnaina, number 2 for Cospien, picks up the foul. So he's checked into the game. Langston is headed to the bench. Rahachnaina with the steal. Travels with the ball.
And I mean, that's just the kind of excitement Rahachnaina got by playing good defense. And there he goes with the deflection, and then secures the ball 1, 2, 3, and just travels, trying to make a play for his teammate. Unfortunately, makes the play for the ref instead.
Roebuck Jr. throws it away. Rahajinaina comes away with it. 3 from the wing, can't get it to go. Rahajinaina. Odeke with the rebound. Odeke will try the triple. Okelo offensive rebound. Odeke once again. The foul on the play, that's going to be a shooting foul. And Alpha Solondraine, that's the man in the picture. And what you're looking for, both Solondraine as well as Bishop Coulter, is just for them to score in the low post. It's been working throughout the game. So you want the guards in Randria Nampianona, as well as the Rahajinaina to dribble, penetrate, and then dish off. Well, a timeout on the floor. City Oilers coach Juruni with the timeout. And 3:22 to play in the third quarter. And it's a 19-point lead for City Oilers. Well, TK, with the Malagasy team, Cospien, once again, we've spoken about all the things that have happened really well for this team. And, you know, they will want to do that throughout the game. And a lovely day out here in the city of Johannesburg. We're coming live. Let me tell you, we're streaming throughout the world, so you can catch us on the different platforms. And we've got Johannesburg Stadium on the other side. And we are coming from Ellis Park Arena. And just inside the arena after the timeout, we have Cospien with possession of the ball. Randria Mampionona with a backcourt violation. And it will be Oilers basketball.
And Oilers coming out of that timeout with a little urgency, realizing that they might have lost this quarter because Cospien came out aggressive, set the tone, and played the basketball that they know in spurts, and Oilers have taken it easy. It's the first game of the tournament. There's no games off. There's no plays off. You're trying to compete, make it to B.A.L, so you need to compete till the end.
Jones throws it away. Randria Mampionona. Easy, composed finish, appeals for a foul. Roebuck Jr. Three doesn't go. Odeke with the rebound. Can't get it to go. Coulter. Oh, there's the takeaway. Bounce pass. Roebuck Jr. Broken up by Coulter. Back down the other way. Ah, nice play on the alley-oop.
Nice team play, and only good results have come when Cospien shares the ball. The give and go, the pass has allowed them to chip into this game and make it a 15-point game. It's not yet over. It's the third quarter. If I was City Oilers and think this is over, I'd be in a big trouble.
Jones throws it away. The pickup. Counted and one. Nice play once again in transition.
And as we've seen in the beginning of this quarter, Cospien plays with high energy in spurts, and they're trying to close out this quarter a little bit strong and put themselves in a position to be able to compete for the win in the fourth.
Orlando Rahajinaina at the free throw line and looking to complete the three-point play. Well, completes the three-point play and cuts the Oilers lead to 12. under 2 minutes to play. Ogbonna,
I'm looking at the offense of City Oilers. One man's bouncing the ball. Ogbonna's bouncing the ball. The other 4 guys are standing stagnant. If the offense is stagnant, that means the defense is stagnant. You need some strong side movement, some weak side movement in order to allow that one-on-one to be prosperous.
Changes on the floor as Jimmy Enabu checks into the game. Tony Druleba also in the game for Oilers. And what I like with this Oilers team on the floor right now, TK, it looks like with 1:48 to play, they just want to close the quarter really strong, and it's going to be fast play with the Enabu, Ogbonna, as well as Druleba. Empty trip, uncharacteristic for Ogbonna. Quick in push of the ball in transition. And the lead is now 10.
10-point game right now. Cospen playing the kind of basketball they want. Speed, fast, and just making it Oilers play out of character.
Toro Masinaina. Randria Mampianona can't finish. Rabibi Sowa, well, did so well on that offensive rebound, but too strong off the backboard.
And that speaks to the defensive aggression of Cospan, taking the City Oilers out their comfort zone, making them make irrational decisions, and therefore turning the ball over and getting another chance to close the quarter off very strong.
Now the foul. Well, the foul is on Uchechi Ogbonna, and I would have thought that was a travel instead on Randria Mampianona.
And there we have, no, it's a hand check. The official got it right. Swift body movement by Eli right there, getting him out of position, making him lean left, drive right, and therefore allowing him to extend his body and hand, making it an easy call for the referee. You do, however, need to be able to convert these 2 points, these 3 points, as you cut into the lead and you want to compete in the fourth quarter.
Well, the lead brought down to single digits on that one make from the free throw line by Eli Randria Mampianona. And under 60 seconds to play now in the third. Ogbonna throws it away. Wow, a second turnover by Uchechi Ogbonna. Rabibi Sowa, Randria Mampianona rattles in the 3.
And what has happened now is Cospan has changed their energy, the approach to the game, while City Oilers has stayed in the same pace and drive and comfort that they had earlier.
Oilers lead now down to 6. 20 seconds to play. Odeke.
That's a bailout. You don't want that kind of play right there. You have the rhythm, you've got the momentum. You do not bail the other team out by making silly fouls in the final seconds of a quarter.
Well, inanimate coach Jiruni, but I'm telling you right now that there's a lot of consternation stirring inside the man. And with his team up 20 at one point, the lead is now down to 6. And Titus Odeke at the free throw line. The 1 of 2 for Odeke. So final possession can go to Cospien. Todo Masinaina. Oh, and the steal. Down the floor on the reverse. Nice finish. Jimmy Enabu closes the third quarter for City Oilers positively. And it's been a tough game for Cospien, but guess what? This team right here just won't give up. And the score is an indication of their never say die attitude. At the end of the third, Oilers 58, COS-PN 49.
I mean, the stats, City Oilers right now, 15 two-pointers, 5 3-pointers. Have only made 1 because they were at 4 by the end of the first half, and continue to score from the free throw line. However, the scoring has increased from COS-PN. They're now sitting in 16 twos, 3 3-pointers and 8 free throws, and that just speaks to it now being a 9-point game. And City Oilers 58, COS-PN 49.
Third quarter, because what we did see during that third quarter was COS-PN starting to fight their way back, and how they did that was defensively. They forced 7 turnovers from this team out of City Oilers Uganda and were able to get on the fast break. They had no fast break points in the first half, and in the second half we get a look at their guards getting a chance to get up and down the floor, and that was a big way in terms of them fighting back. And then we can have a look at the stats, and you see that 5 of 24 from the outside, where the City Oilers have gone cold. The rebounding battle now being dominated by COS-PN, who've picked up 12 offensive rebounds. The turnover numbers, there were 2 turnovers from City Oilers in the first half, 8 in that second quarter, and that was a big reason why this team could fight their way back. And we're going to have an interesting fourth as both these teams now set and ready for the final 10 minutes of this opening encounter in the road to the Basketball Africa League.
Well, thank you very much, Q. Through the highlights and the actual factuals, we are back on the floor for the final quarter. And it is a 9-point game. And right now, COS-PN an opportunity to fight their way back. Well, we know that they can do that exactly.
We were expecting these teams to get the jitters, the nervous energy out in the second quarter, but I'm happy that it happened after the half, because both teams are locked in, they're alert, they're awake, and they I think realize what's at stake here. The road to B.A.L and actually playing at the big competition where the whole continent is watching.
Randria Mamponona. Well, he's got the touch from the mid-range. He's got the touch from outside. A 7-point lead now for City Oilers. Roebuck to Enabu. Odeke.
Enabu
hits the 3 from the corner.
Corner ball from the 3, just locked in, feet facing the rim, and just engaged and hitting nothing but the bottom of the net.
Radianarivo all fouled on the play. Well, did a good job of driving on the baseline around his defender. And if they can make it happen, Takani, it's at the free throw line.
Free throw line, change your pace, focus, lock in. Take your time and keep the game so close so that at the end, you are still in fighting distance. Every opportunity to score needs to be capitalized on in order for you to try and win this game.
Okello will try the 3, can't get it to go. Razakaria knocked away by B.A.L. B.A.L from the wing, can't get it to go. Solontraini. Enabu. Odeke. B.A.L can't get it to go on the running hook.
And talk about second chance opportunities. COS-PN needs to take care of that, ensure that you limit it to 1, because if they're going to have 4 offensive rebounds, you need to box out somebody, secure the ball, and allow them 1 chance at your rim.
Yep, that possession for both teams in the Cospian backcourt looked helter-skelter. So possession now will go off a kick ball violation. So it will go to Cospian. Radianarivo pulls up long two. Roebuck taken away by Razakaria. Randria Mampia Nona.
And like we said, when
AD with the finish.
Nona receives the give and go, if they are in the paint and they share the ball, they play good basketball, and that's what they need to identify as their key to victory today.
Oh, there's a steal. Mampio Nona in the passing lane. Moedi. Well, that was Coulter blocked on the play. Randria Mampionona with the three. Can't get it to go. Roebuck Jr. with the rebound. Roebuck, baseline drive. Can't finish.
Active hands, bodies on him. He needs to be able to finish in that. The deeper you go in this competition, the tougher it gets.
Radianarivo. Randria Mampianona. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper doesn't go. Bodies battling off the ball for the rebound. And a foul underneath. And there's going to be some much needed changes here. Philando Jones. James Okello checking into the game. Ricky Razakaria. Rahajinaina. Coulter working on Okello. Jump hook. Battle for that rebound. And Emmanuel Umedi will pick up the foul.
And things started to go down south in the first quarter when Umedi went out the game. And if they take him out the game, they can actually, which is City Oilers that is, they can compete and have an easier way to finish in the quarter. If Onyide stays in the game, it's more challenging, and however, he needs to assert himself as well.
Okello. Roebuck slipping on the floor. Enabu. Well, there's another steal. Backcourt violation. And here's the thing. Here's the thing, TK. Club Omnisports getting so many opportunities, so many stops, but not converting on the other end. And they could have been in an opportunity right now, with an opportunity to have really chipped away at this score and probably have tied it or taken the lead.
I mean, the one thing though about Cospan, they have matched the bench scoring. Both teams currently tied at 19 apiece at the end of the third quarter for having bench scoring. And that's just a significant change in the energy that they've had.
Rahajinaina getting ahead of himself on that play. Pushing the ball too fast up the floor and out of bounds. And 6:04 to play. Jimmy Enabu against Ricky Razakaria. Okello, the handoff. Oh!
And what people need to take note of is that the turnovers cost you big time in the big games. So you need to get that out your system, or better yet, don't have any turnovers, because it's a close game fourth quarter and you can't afford to make such easy turnovers.
Umedi against Okello. Umedi just inside the mid-range. Rahajinaina can't get the three to go.
And this is a possession where they needed a basket in order to convert. Umedi a little tentative, and that I attribute that to the time on the bench, but it's the fourth quarter. It's just over 6 minutes left. Be aggressive, get to the rim, and play hard.
Well, the lead is 7 for City Oilers, 5.5 to play. And this game is still within reach for Cospien, but Philando Jones on the drive, finishing. Rajanaina, Langston. Radianarivo on the drive. Well, he can't finish. Okello looking for the ball out of bounds, and it will be Cospien ball. It should be Cospien ball. Ball on the drive inside, Rahajnaina. Radianarivo, pull-up jumper inside the keys, short. Roebuck Jr. Jones against Rahajnaina. 5 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. Banaba, Nkor. Radianarivo. And the game has slowed down considerably, especially by Cospien. The drive, kick outside. 3 doesn't go. Banaba with the rebound. And under 4 minutes to play.
Both teams playing slow ball, shooting deeper in the shot clock with intent, attacking with intent, assuring or trying to ensure rather that they get a basket.
Oh, the shot from 3, Langston. The game is still within reach. 8-point lead for Oilers. And under 3.5 to play. Jones on the drive, beating defenders. Coulter couldn't get to him. And a timeout on the floor. 3:20 to play in the 4th quarter. And it's a Cospien timeout. TK, what's the one thing that I'm thinking the coach Didier of Cospien should be saying, but Q has an ear, he's going to tell us. Q, over to you.
It's been very interesting watching what has been happening on the floor, and I think what I really want to talk about is the ability of the Uganda City Oilers, and what's going to happen down the stretch is they've got to make sure their second chance opportunities count. We saw a fight back from Cospien in the terms of them driving and scoring, but on the other end of things, in the final 3 minutes, it comes down to the ability to finish. We saw it happen in Division West, where teams could not make buckets down the stretch, lost the game, and it's the teams here that are the best under pressure that will be the better team.
Well, Q, thank you very much for that breakdown. And, you know, with a 10-point lead for City Oilers and 3 minutes to play, this game is still within reach for Cospien.
City Oilers,
and, City Oilers as well need to do their best to keep Cospien at bay.
And they're sitting down, giving different looks on defense, giving you a zone, giving you man-to-man, and just making it a little bit more difficult for Cospien to make a decision and identify what kind of defense they're attacking.
Solandraini couldn't finish. Okbona from the corner. Ball moving around, but Oilers throw it away. Langston in and out on the 3, can't get it in transition. And 2.5 to play. Okbona, baseline drive. Oh, tough one underneath. Banaba couldn't finish. Rabibi Soa down the floor. offensive foul. Thursday, at least everyone gets a break on Friday, and then we get ready for the semifinals on Saturday, and then the final on Sunday. So you really do want to rest your star players, you rest your key players, and then that also gives an opportunity for some of the bit players and bit contributors to get onto the floor and get some minutes.
Not only do they get on the floor, but they get a feel for the game. They get a feel for the tournament. You don't want to find yourself deep into the tournament and having your guys not used to the air, the energy and the excitement. So everybody needs to contribute, know your role, and play good basketball in your role.
Well, out of the timeout, it is going to be Oilers basketball. Tony Dreleba in the game now, looks to be one who's going to be a closer for the Oilers. Jones working. Pull-up is short for Jones. Oh, there's the tip. Oh, lovely play. Dreleba finding Banaba. Well, out of bounds. It'll be Cospien ball. Randria Mampianona in the game. Randria Mampianona on the drive. The pass to Coulter, a triple team around Coulter.
And Coulter has been a handful for the City Oilers in the paint when his teammates drive, kick him the ball, and then they score. So it has been very challenging for him to just find his way and just contribute to his team.
Randria Mampianona. Drive, the kick. Langston, window. Out of bounds. Oilers throw it away, and it will be Cospien ball. 1:16 to play. Randria Mampianona again, slipping. Keeps it alive. Can't get to the three to go from the corner. Roebuck Jr. with the rebound. Well, 60 seconds to play now. 10-point lead for City Oilers. Roebuck Jr. Dreleba. Roebuck Jr. on the drive. And there was a reach from Rahaja Mainai. The reach coming from Rahaja Ginaina. .42 to play, 10-point lead, and the captain James Okello will check out of the game for the Oilers, and Titus Odeke will close in the front court. Roebuck Jr. Roebuck Jr. Oh, jump ball. Well, on the inbounds at Tony Dreleba with 36.2 to play. Well, this is only just an opportunity to play 2 for 1. And just the first touch of the ball by Jermaine Roebuck Jr. hits the 3. Coulter against Banaba. 20 seconds to play. Uchechi will pick up the foul. So it will be a foul on the floor. And Randria Mampianona in the game. Just to close out the last 20 seconds of the game, Langston from the wing. Can't get it to go. Raja Naina can't get it to go, and to dribble out the clock, Roebuck Jr. will do it for the City Oilers. Well, a rousing applause for the City Oilers out of Uganda. They pick up their first win. This is the road to the Elite 16, and a resounding win for City Oilers of Uganda. Valiant effort as well by Cospien. And at full time, it is City Oilers 71, Cospien 59.
And with a strong finish, City Oilers, 20 points from 2, 6 threes, and perfect and a great game from 3.9, while Cospien only woke up at the end of the quarter, or the half rather, with 19 points, 4 threes, and 9 free throws. Playing tough game, and we send it over to Q to break down and close the game for us.
And at the end of the game, it is 71-59 as Cospien go down to the Uganda City Oilers, and it was an impressive performance by the City Oilers throughout. Cospien came hard throughout the second half, but it was too little too late as the City Oilers eked out a victory in impressive style. They did it by distributing the basketball. They did it by their physicality inside the paint. And in Pumi Ramatsoka, we've seen their backcourt do some real dominance out there on the floor.
Yeah, that backcourt of imported players, it was Roebuck Jr. as well as Jones, who did a phenomenal job putting points on the board for the City Oilers team. But you have to commend the play of Cospien. What they did in the third quarter was phenomenal, going on a huge scoring run and limiting them to just 11 points in that third quarter.
It was a 13-0 run in that third quarter, and it was all done by the defensive end. But from the start, it was Jimmy Enabu who set the tone with a lovely move inside, and part of that three-prong attack. Enabu, Roebuck Jr. and Jones, they're very effective off the dribble and attacking the paint, and they do it in different ways, and all three of them are actually inside-outside. It makes them difficult to guard. You can rotate them, you can move them around, and they play defense. Enabu again with the steal up, and that was for 2 of his 9. The captain and leader, veteran leader, Jimmy Enabu, really just doing some really great work. But I think at the end of the day, we got to look at who we think the best player was on the day, and it was the guy who set the tone from the start. Jermaine Roebuck Jr. came through with the tempo, came through with the scoring leadership. His 17 points to go along with his 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Pretty impressive performance.
Yeah, it was a pretty impressive performance for him. You know, we went into this game, we spoke about him in the pre-game build-up. We expected him to do well, and you know what? He did. He came out and he did what was expected of him to put his team over the edge and get the first win in this competition. It's been
a great performance by Jermaine Roebuck Jr. As we have a look at those final statistics, and you know, there you go, 17 points and 7 made field goals. He was 2 of 5.